It's the man, the king, the god of this shit, Nick fucking Gage. You know how I start this off. Shout out to all my MDK gang members around the world. And I want to let everybody know, Blvd Bullies vs. the World is a podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube with my motherfucking boy, Larry the Legend. And what the Blvd Bullies are doing, they're trying to ignite a revolution within the fans to unite and make the crowds electric again. So check out the Blvd Bullies vs. the World, 7 p.m. live Tuesdays with Larry the fucking Legend. MDK all fucking day.
Oh, it's the man, the king, the god of the shit, Nick fucking Cage. You know, I start this off. Shout out to all my MDK gang members. And I want to let everybody know Blvd Bullies vs. the World is a podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube with my motherfucking boy, Larry the Legend. And what the Blvd Bullies are doing, they're trying to ignite a revolution within the fans to unite and make the crowds electric again. So check out Blvd Bullies vs. the World, 7 p.m. live Tuesdays with Larry the fucking Legend, MDK all fucking day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the longest running episodic podcast on this here Blvd Bullies YouTube channel. Welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World. Man, it feels good to be back with the lads, with the chat, and with my dear friend and confidant and my brother. Are you just pouring water on your computer? You're just pouring water?
I don't even give a fuck.
You're just pouring White Claw just onto the keyboard of your computer. You're going to destroy your studio. Ladies and gentlemen, I am PK with the BLVD. Post Mania Hangs. Right here, right now, featuring me, who cares, and featuring CZW Hall of Famer, Showcase Showdown winner, Drew Carey, not Bob Barker, but that, hey, who's counting? The best dressed man, fuck it, dude, best dressed man in all of entertainment, my wrestling father and yours, the BBC of independent wrestling. I'm trying to stall so that you can get unpixelated. Hey, you know what? Minecraft movie is huge.
I gotcha.
Minecraft.
I feel you.
Minecraft.
I feel you, son.
Minecraft aesthetics are huge right now, dog.
Dude, they're everything. I was gonna take my godkids.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry the fucking Legend. What up, my sweet, sweet fucking knight? My knight in Hawaiian shirt armor. Oh, you look human. You look halfway human right now.
I haven't bought Caribbean out this year.
Caribbean.
Caribbean. You said it right. Caribbean. I haven't bought them out all year.
The computer's fixed, y'all. The computer's fixed. Of course, the computer dies Mania week. Of course, we're getting into the busiest time of year for us wrestling pundits, if you even want to be so gracious as to call us that. And the computer, other way. There you go. The computer fucking dies. So everything gets pushed back. And I see it start to, like, the screen is like flickering. It's starting to melt, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I just got the screen replaced not too long ago. There's a brand new screen, you know? Because you know what I did, Larry? Not too long ago, I slammed the computer shut. But I had an AirPod. I had the pod on the keyboard. Smashed the screen to 1,000 pieces. Got the screen replaced. To be honest, it was never right. But long story short, I'm like, there's no way that this screen is failing. There must be something internally. It's probably because for the last 165 weeks, I've just been blowing smoke directly into it. There are probably roaches and maggots living inside of it. So I was worried. I thought we were having a catastrophic fail. I wasn't sure if even this show was going to happen. Take it to my guy. I go, yo, dude, first of all, one time, many, many years ago, I tried to sell my Xbox 360 to GameStop. They opened it up. It looked like something out of The Last of Us with all the tar and dust. And it was very, very embarrassing. The guy goes, you smoke, don't you? And I hugged my head in shame and I walked out. I never forgot that moment. So when I handed my computer to the repair guy, I said, listen, I smoke. It's probably disgusting in there. Who knows what I fried through blowing. And by the way, I've spilled beer on this keyboard like 3 or 4 times. So I thought that we were fucked, y'all. But turns out, screen just died. $150, 4-day turnaround, and we're back in business, ain't we? And by the way, Larry, we are experiencing an unprecedented moment right now. Brian Gins, the Gins, and dare I say, just to honor him, the J-Berg, is in the chat right now, meeting and greeting our viewers, kissing babies, and interacting.
I see that he said Larry's going to destroy his studio, and he didn't even get to yell at anyone yet.
Larry, I feel like when you destroyed your studio, I think I was complaining about a lady, wasn't I?
Well, you know, I was up top when that happened.
Yeah.
And now I'm in Middle Earth.
It would take a lot of energy to destroy your current studio. The other one was like a little bit closer quarters, so you could just like, you kind of just windmilled around, destroyed it. Yep. But it wasn't on air. It was a FaceTime call, and I was, you know, heartbroken as every.
And you were crying. You were crying.
And I said, Larry, I'm feeling ego death. I'm feeling useless. I'm feeling worthless. And you smashed your entire studio to show me.
Dude, I was so mad at you because I have been there. I've been there. And the thing about being there is a lot of the times you just lean into the despair. Oh, girl. I've been into it really long. And I'm like, bro, listen to the sad shit. Listen to that.
I don't know where
I got them
to
diamonds
look
around
for
my
loving.
neck. Got them
I just don't know how. Oh, girl.
Stop it.
What am I gonna do? And I feel like that was one of the greatest moments of our friendship, and I'll never forget it. And I love you, and I'm happy to see you. And
I love you. I love you. I love you. And I was so mad because I felt like we were on a roll at the time. We were just coasting along, and you're in a lot of ways the nucleus. God damn it, you're the nucleus. And I'm like, oh no. This motherfucker needs a good stern talking to.
Yeah, and you know what? You fucking pulled me right the fuck out of it by destroying your studio.
Dude, I was really angry, Pat. I was really angry and I was really emotional. And I was like, I have been, and I dare say I was where you were at the time that you were telling me that. And I needed to destroy my studio for me, Pat. For me.
It worked on many levels because you destroyed it for yourself and it inspired me. And, you know, Marilyn Manson said it best, Larry. You can't see the forest through the trees. You can't smell your own shit on your knees. And what better transition to get into the review that I know, Larry, you've been waiting for all week, which is Brian's big-breasted Albanian wife's birthday party review.
Amanda.
Happy 35, girl. We love you. Just a teeny bit older. Just a teeny bit older. And this was the first time that I saw Bad Take Bri in person before he decided to destroy his own studio.
How does he look?
He looks good. He looks good, Larry. Brian, and I'm going to tell this, and Brian, forgive me. I'm going to say this to the viewers. I could not believe my ears. Brian says, I don't even really smoke no mo. He goes, last time I smoked, I got all high and paranoid, didn't even like it. I don't even smoke no mo. Larry, Brian hired a personal oyster shucker for this birthday party. There were freshly shucked oysters at this birthday party. It was open bar with freshly shucked oysters. WrestleMania was playing on the television, and there was a DJ spinning all the hits.
I imagine with freshly shucked oysters, by the end of the night, a little bit of that ambrosia, you was ready to hump.
He shucked them, I sucked them, Larry.
They're so salty. I don't like seafood. I do not like seafood, but based on what oysters set on, I love them.
Well, I was saying to the lads, I was like, you know, I'm just like a horny demonic presence anyway. So the oysters are really nothing more to me than a good excuse. Oh, I ate too many oysters. Sorry, I'm humping your leg, Amanda's mother.
I've been there.
But it was a great time, and I wasn't expecting Bri to be in the chat, and I feel like the energy that we shared and the charm that I exuded has...
You brought him back.
Brought him back a little bit. He's in the chat. He's in the chat, Larry.
I see him. Miss you, Truth Seek. Miss you, Chase. Miss you all, you filthy fucks.
But yeah, what a time. It was a great time. Brian, and so anyway, my point was that I didn't expect him to be in the chat. I was going to come back with a report for everyone curious about Bri, but now you can see right here in the chat, he is alive and well. He's more than well. He's thriving. And I just feel like, well, I don't want to say. But to be honest with you, Vincent Dudes was there.
Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny Duderella was there. The best
Dude,
man, you remember, Larry, we were partying way too hard at Brian's wedding, so we went out to smoke a cigarette, completely oblivious, missed the entire best man speech. That best man was there. Amanda was thriving. Stacy was thriving.
Stacy, pause. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, indeed, Larry. Yes, indeed.
Wow.
A few of the lovely guys, Amanda's flamingly homosexual friends who I made friends with, and they told me how handsome I was looking all night at the wedding. They were there.
Pat, you're a good-looking guy.
They didn't compliment. They didn't say I was looking good that night, though. So what's the deal? Was I like, am I just a suit guy? Does Christine Diamond and the gays only like me when I wear a suit and a t-shirt? My t-shirt isn't powerful enough? Is my beer belly hanging out? Like, what's the deal? I felt like I looked fatter in a suit.
You look better in a suit. That's why I always encourage my stepson, MLJ, to every once in a while break that suit out.
But, yo, it was a fucking great time. And I got hammered at open bar. And me, James, Vincent, and Brian went back to his apartment.
James was there?
James, the best man. He was there. And we all went back to Brian's apartment, and I was hammered and got high and unplugged every single piece of electronic equipment in his house for no reason. But yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun. And then the next day, I went back on Sunday. I watched all of WrestleMania 1 leading into WrestleMania 2. So I did like 8 fucking hours of wrestling on Sunday. How was your WrestleMania week? Anything notable happen? I feel like you did like an art event. Did you not like host some kind of artistic event?
Pat, that was Wednesday. That was last Wednesday.
That's what I'm saying. Last Wednesday of Mania week. That's 100% accurate.
I wasn't hosting it. I just was
featured.
Was a featured thing.
Now, what do you mean by featured? Did you speak? Did you meet and greet?
Oh, I did it all. I did it all. I did it all with the elite artists of Baltimore. And then, Pat, after I did that, I felt like no need for me to go to Mania and see the Human Tornado. No need to go all the way to Vegas. I got my money right over here in Baltimore. And then subsequently on Friday, I went to New York and I collected another bag.
That's right. You went to the... Now, once again, this thing you did on Wednesday, it was about the arts in Baltimore. So much like the thing we were talking about 2 weeks ago when it was very anti-Trump, I feel like this art show you went to is probably very liberal as well. And then you went into the Belly of the Beast, red hats everywhere. You did the kickboxing.
Yep.
How was it? How were you received? How did the show go? Was it a 10-hour show? Any fun stories?
Well, I guess the most notable thing to say about the show was that the show was originally scheduled on 4/19.
The day of the pod.
The show was originally scheduled on 4/19. When I calendared it was 4/19, and that's why I was going to be with you at the Amanda birthday Albanian titty bash. But then I guess the promoters were like, oh shit, this is Easter weekend. Let's move it up a day. Or,
right, people going away, people moving, shaking, traveling.
So, Pat, I have no agent. I have no one to watch my back. I just happened to look at a graphic for the show that I was doing on 4/19 and see that the date had been changed to 4/18.
Those dirty sons of bitches. I really could have used you as my +1. Well, you were your own plus for the party. Obviously, you were your own invite. But I would have loved to have bonded with you. And it was such good vibes to see Bri thriving and in good organic blood flow color and just looking good, talking good, feeling good. He's just the same old Bri, baby. And I wish you were there to be there, and dance with me and eat oysters. We could have humped each other's legs.
Well, Pat, I got my godkids, I got my cats, I got my family, I've got my 9 to 5. I've got these gigs. 5, 5, 5. And I'm not even going to get into the 6 and 7, but I got 5 shits going on.
Yeah, a lot of
So,
shits.
well, as much as I wanted to be there was no way I was like changing my shit around to like be up there another day.
No, of course, nobody blames you for that.
Yeah. But Pat, my phone died. Pat, you went boots on the ground about Friday, April 18th. My phone died as soon as I was about to go through the Holland Tunnel. You know the Holland Tunnel, Pat. Once you get on the other side, it's like you're going to Brooklyn, you're going to uptown Manhattan, you're going to downtown Manhattan. Yeah, where you going?
Oh, right. There's like kind of like a half circle. There's like a big thing that
Yes,
leads to Canal Street.
bro. 1, 2, 3, 4 shoots.
And some of some of the places in Manhattan that you go, you have to get off the Brooklyn thing.
Bro, as soon as I got to where all the traffic merges into the Holland Tunnel, my phone was like, fuck you, Larry. Fuck you.
Sounds like bad planning.
You did a arts talk on Wednesday. Now show everybody how you do. And I did. I stopped and I asked a kindly, light-skinned black gentleman right when I got out of the Holland Tunnel, after my phone died right before going into the Holland Tunnel, I stopped and I said, hey, man, I'm not from around here.
You sought out a black,
and my phone
though.
just died.
You said,
he was a black gentleman.
I got to find a black guy to help me out.
Well, he was there. And I said, hi, I'm not from here, and I need to get to Queens. Can I just use your GPS? Because my phone died, and this car's not charging it. I was like, can I just use your GPS to find out which spoke of the wheel I need to go through?
And did he accurately help you?
He sat there with his thumb up his ass while I cradled his iPhone 16, and I put in, Pat, I didn't even know what part of Queens. I didn't know if it was Rosewood, Corona, Forest
Hills, Woodhaven, Ozone Park, fucking Bayside, Fresh Meadows, Flushing.
All I did with, all of them. You're from there. All I did with his phone was I said, Queens.
Okay, well, that's a good start.
I mean, I was late. Just like I am for this thing every week, I was late. The show was supposed to start at 5:45. At the time that I was engaging this guy about where I needed to get to, it was like 6:15.
Oh, my God. Larry! With a dead phone, nonetheless.
I'd already talked to the promoter. I had already talked to him about how I'm behind. But by the time I got to New York City proper, phone was dead.
You don't have a fucking car charger?
Pat, I always get a nice car. I always get a nice push to start, a fucking, press the doors with the key in your pocket and they open. I had no idea my phone was dead. I got this phone's battery replaced right before tonight. Right before tonight, Pat, I got this phone that I'm broadcasting to you from in my lovely studio. I got this phone's battery replaced today because when I was going up there, it died. And my car, my nice new 2024 newfangled car, couldn't even get a charge on the battery.
Yeah, sometimes when your phone is like low and old and dead, the car Does little to no help.
It ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
It ain't doing shit. Mind you, the whole way up, I'm using the GPS. I'm listening to Apple Music. I don't even realize that the car is not charging my phone, Pat.
Yeah, and
I'm
even in that
listening to
scenario,
music.
with that kind of phone, it could be charging it, but it could still be getting lower, but slower.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been there. But also, I'm not a professional ring announcer. Driving around towns, making towns, got to think about these things.
Well, the thing about me is I got a lot of shit going on with my family. So imagine,
Of course.
imagine what get my suit ready, get my merch ready, get my cats, gatinos fed. Imagine what that looks like now.
Shane Fair starts getting ready 5 days out.
The charger where you lay the phone. You and I. I would have taken the charger where you lay the phone on the little circle. I would have taken that, but Pat, I was already late leaving Baltimore. Feeding fucking cats, bro. Feeding cats.
Well,
and
I just like the
that
promoter
shit.
completely understand where you're coming from.
I know.
So what happened? Did they have a jabroni fill in, or did they push it back?
No, they waited. They waited on the motherfucking legendary black ass.
Wow, that's fucking awesome. That's awesome, actually.
And I got there, and the guy was freaking out, and I just looked at him in the eyes, Pat, and I said, I wouldn't let you down. I told you, I will not let you down. I was not going to turn this car around and just say, fuck those guys. I got you. And guess what, Pat? You know, as an announcer, as I know as an announcer, whether it's a Bull James, whether it's a Shane Wayne, whether it's a DJ Hyde, they ain't got that shit together. They have not got that shit together by the time that they say the doors open and the show starts. So actually, I bought them time. I bought them time to get these motherfuckers' blood pressure done, to get the fucking food sold, to get the fucking people in, and it didn't matter. I bought them time, Pat.
I that's exactly what I was saying.
And I got there on a Friday, on Good fucking Friday.
Yeah,
and I
huge travel day, massive travel day.
Bro, red lights all the whole way up. Maryland, Delaware, Jersey, New York, red lights, red brakes. And I got there and I bodied that motherfucking shit, as you know that I did.
What did you wear?
Classic. Straight up black tuxedo, Joseph Avant, red fucking bow tie.
Did you have extravagant shoes, or did you just go shiny blacks?
Of course I had extravagant shoes. You got hooves just like me. Bitch. Of course I did. Don't you dare.
I'm just asking you. I was wondering if you had classic black shoes.
No need to even ask it. It's no need to even ask it. You know that I did.
So what kind of fucking shoes did you wear then?
Bro, patent leather, fucking, I don't know. What do you want me to get them and show them right now?
I was...
Look at the motherfucking pictures that I posted on my Instagram. Stop trying to play me.
I'm not. I'm interviewing you about the show.
What the fuck? Would you ask Larry Legend what kind of fucking shoes he was wearing? God damn it.
Hey, did you watch WrestleMania?
Hold on, shut the fuck up. I'm putting myself over because I got there. What the fuck do you think I was in, Jordan?
I was just asking.
Bro, don't ask. Don't.
I apologize. I was just...
Thank you. Your apology accepted. The fuck, bro?
I'm...
Yo, listen. You're doing it for the chat. I get it. But anybody who knows me, and you know me better than anybody, knows the motherfucker that I always wear shoes. And ones that are going to be eye-catching. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I'm late. I'm going to be Larry fucking legend. What the fuck, bro? It's not fodder. I got to that motherfucker. I bodied it in my classic tuxedo, my red bow tie, and my motherfucking legendary shoes.
But what kind of shoes were they is my question.
Bro, oh my fucking God, bro. You fucking make me sick. Hold on. The fuck is this shit, bro? See them? See them, Pat?
He's so bad.
See them?
Yes, I see them.
Shoes, bro.
They're beautiful.
Bro, I don't look. The label is Gucci. How about that?
Same as my sunglasses, Larry.
Yeah, I know. Stun on your motherfucking bag, bro. Shit. Let's talk about Mania.
Hey, did you watch WrestleMania?
I watched it all. And when I say I watched it all, I'm talking about I joined Seth Rollins when he had Punk in the sharpshooter. Okay, night one, I joined when Seth Rollins, Tyler Black had CM Punk in the sharpshooter.
Yeah, they did the old classic three-way submission.
Roman Reigns' teeth looked great.
Roman Reigns' teeth look absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Bro, did you see that?
They look horrible. Teeth? And also, see that, like, you have nice human teeth. He's got blue, so white they're blue, T-1000 horse teeth. It's a crime against humanity. It's very odd. It looks like he's wearing a white mouthpiece.
I love it. I love it. Because guess what it is? It's the motherfucking money.
Can I ask you a serious question, though?
You got the money.
I want to pose a serious question to you and to the chat that I noticed. There's something going on with, like, Roman Reigns' stomach. You know? Like, there's something very odd and strange about his stomach, and I don't want to... See, I was wondering, did you wear perhaps those shoes?
No, but they're in my motherfucking bag.
Okay.
I bought both shoes in my fucking Maryland bag. Okay? So don't come for me about my shoes.
I was just asking. Hey, you know what we can agree on? You know what we can agree on? Is that Roman Reigns' teeth look absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. And guess what else?
And he's got like a stomach. He's got a...
Paulie made that match. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he was the star.
You know Paulie made that match. Made that fucking match.
I'm going to tell you this.
Painted that fucking picture.
I didn't really like the match. Pat. Everyone's saying it's like one of the greatest...
picture, bro.
Everyone's saying it's one of the greatest triple threats. I didn't really like it. I thought it was very lame. I thought CM Punk and Seth Rollins running into the crowd and doing garbage can stuff was very lame. Like, where was Roman? What was he doing? Why didn't he confront Paul? Don't get
logical.
Stupid.
Don't get logical.
I mean, they
don't
did
all of a sudden like be like, but don't do that. I know you can poke. Listen, I know you can poke holes in it for that, but I'm not accurate because all I watched was from when Rollins had Punk in the sharpshooter.
Yeah,
that's
so you were at the bridge to the crescendo.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But, and you know what? Look, Paul Heyman botched the first nut shot. He fell down.
He's fine.
The second nut shot was better. The second one, the one to Roman was much
better.
Yeah.
He screwed it in. Yeah, you saw that, right? He screwed it in.
He really rubbed his arm on this ball. But he did botch the first nut shot, if we're being honest.
Bro, all that matters is the reaction from the drama. He's not a wrestler. He's like Paul Bearer or Jim Cornette. if they're doing a spot
I
in
think that
2025.
the match
Yeah, he can't.
sucked, to be honest with you. I think the story, like when Paul Heyman got in the ring, it picked up and it was much, much better. But I think the match itself was not that fucking great. It was kind of clunky, actually. Except for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, to me, was by far the best fucking physical athletic wrestler in this match. By
Pat,
a far margin.
I can't fight you. All I saw was from Seth with Punk in the fucking sharpshooter, Punk screaming, and then Roman, and then everything after that. Paulie with the chair, looking at the chair. How about Paulie looking? How about Paulie?
Who's he going to slide it to?
Taking that moment to just look at a fucking black chair.
Yeah, he's awesome. But he is kind of like it's like if the Penguin got physical and tried to fight. Like he's like kind of a bowling ball with legs. Like he needs his momentum to get back up, and it's kind of like awkward to watch him be athletic.
Me and my best friend, we love all of the Batmans that have ever come out. Tim Burton, whoever else, Joel Schumacher, all of them. And we all contend that out of all of the big bad villains, like the Mr. Freeze, the Joker, the Penguin, actually, the Penguin, move for move, puts up like the best fight. Like actually, like I'm gonna fucking fuck you up. Out of all the villains and all of the Batmans that have ever come out, the Penguin actually puts up the hardest fight in Batman Returns than any other person Batman ever has to fight.
Wow, that's fascinating. I didn't know that. I didn't think about that.
When Batman fucking destroys the Arctic whatever, and he and Penguin are face to face, and Penguin pulls out his sword umbrella. When he goes for Batman, he doesn't really get any offense, but he gets the most fucking I'm going to kill you out of any villain in any Batman.
Fascinating. Feel free to sound off in the chat. I can't comment on it because I can't like draw to memory the fights. I guess my instinct.
I guess what did Bane do?
Yeah, I mean Bane punched the pillar. Batman moved. Bane just continued to punch the pillar.
And Joker and Tim Burton Batman once got one punch. He got one punch, and then he was like, He got one punch, and he was like, you fucking hurt. That was it. Mr. Freeze, I don't remember what he did, and I don't remember what Poison Ivy did, but it wasn't memorable. Penguin went in.
Hey, Jey Uso beat Gunther. Made him tap out. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I didn't know it was a tap.
Tapped Gunther.
I didn't know it was a tap.
Wait, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he tapped him, but I think he might have put him to sleep. I'm not sure, but he rear nakeded him. I'm pretty sure. Won the title.
Hold on,
Jey Uso.
I'm sharing this on Reddit and everything. I keep forgetting I have an iMac right in the back of me because we only have 22 viewers. Hold on, I'm sharing it right now.
So, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about Gunther losing the championship to Jey Uso?
I feel that Rikishi, the Sultan, Head Shrinker Fatu, like looking back on his jobbing and being just like a good motherfucking hand for years and years and years, just to go to all of the towns and lose. And dude, he did it for that moment. He did it for one of his babies, that when he used to come out to the ring and he used to do this to his nose 2 times, that was the way that he was saying hi to Jimmy and Jay. I don't know if anyone knows that, but if you go back to any of the Fatu, Head Shrinker Fatu, it's time to make a change, Fatu. You'll watch him when he's doing his entrance, hit his nose 2 times. That was his way that he was saying hi to his babies. And now one of his babies is the world champion.
I mean, you can't
Being
argue
that he was at
Uso's
7, being that Hall of Famer Rikishi was at 7 in Chicago, I think it's my duty to mention that.
That's Jey Uso's daddy. Well, anyway, he won. It was fine.
Yeah. He made him tap, or did he make him tap? What's the chat saying?
Yeah, apparently he tapped as soon as he got in the choke. So,
and people are mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Jey Uso should have won. It's fun.
Yo, Steve DaCosta said he went ping in. He went ping win. I love you both, Steve. I'm sorry. You got to look at the words.
Forever.
He said he went ping
New Day
in.
came out with, Remember the Titans gear on and won the tag team championships from the War Raiders.
I saw their gear.
Who came out in the Clash of Clans. No, it's not Remember the Titans. It's Attack on Titan. They came out with Attack.
Is that what it was? I thought they were like Union soldiers. I saw a photo backstage of them in blue.
That was at the Hall of Fame. That was at the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
So what they did is they came out in Attack on Titan inspired gear. And then the War Raiders came out in Clash of Clans inspired gear because the match was sponsored by Clash of Clans, which then was followed.
Dude, you just made it all. You made it suck. I thought that
then Larry was followed by Pat McAfee talking about all the different playable characters and units in Clash of Clans, like he plays the game. And then instead of them joking that he obviously doesn't play the game, Michael Cole was like, "Oh, you love that game, huh?" He's like, "Oh, I do it all the time, bro." And it's like, wow, this is. I know they're doing bigger numbers than ever before, but this is going in a strange direction. You remember the fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch match? I think that was when Dom turned heel, actually.
I mean, there's been hasn't there been a Walking Dead match or some zombie?
They did the Walking Dead match, and also that's one of the things about WrestleMania. Every single match was sponsored by something different, and if that different thing was wrestlingable, they would do it. So Drew McIntyre came out dressed as Doom Guy. He had homages in his fucking gear to Doom Guy because they're releasing a new Doom game in May and they're promoting it heavily where it's like a medieval Doom. So, of course, who better than Drew McIntyre than to put the fucking Doom Guy red orb thing on his entrance gear, and now he was Doom Guy. And now he's coming out. Very serious character, very great character, Drew McIntyre right now on Hot Fire. With the Doom Guy gear on, kinda. And then they're like, this match is sponsored by Doom Slayer. Something medieval times. And don't forget. And instead of just letting it be that, then they go into detail. Like they're a kid talking to you. And it's very weird. It's very awkward. And I can't wait to play and smash demons, brah. The cow demon. But Pat McAfee called it the cock demon. And then they joked about it. It was very odd. It's all very odd, Larry. Anyway, New Day won the tag belts.
I think that's one of the reasons that I kind of didn't watch it all, because I knew that what I used to watch back in the day, Owen versus Brett, WrestleMania 10. Now there's gonna be all this sponsorship and all this
very, very heavily monetized. It's it's kind of getting to be kind of a Black Mirror episode a little bit. Now, I love it. I love the pageantry and the fucking wrestling, and I love the fucking entrances. But, you can see it maybe 5 years down the road being so heavily monetized that, if you close your eyes to not watch the ad, the wrestling stops.
I mean, Pat, I think what you're saying is truly thank God for GCW.
Well, we're going to get to that when Rhinestone joins the show. I told him to come early and often and whenever he wants, all over our stream. Jade Cargill beat Naomi. Naomi's like kind of like a heavy metal goth babe now, wearing caution tape. That's kind of fun. She has like a dope heavy metal entrance. Jade Cargill, they're really playing up like the Storm thing. For Jade Cargill, Larry, they had some dude from the Weather Channel in front of a green screen standing outside of the stadium. You're like, oh, we got rain. Now we got hail. And that hail's turned to snow. I see thunder and lightning in the distance. This storm is definitely building. And then it cuts back to the stadium. A storm is coming. And then that's Jade Cargill's entrance.
And it's like, adrenaline in my soul.
Well, we'll get to that. I thought that was very, very strange. But El Grande Americano, a.k.a. Chad Gable, beat Rey Fenix. It was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio got hurt. Rey Fenix fills in. Dude, Chad Gable did a fucking 450 backflip. No joke. He backflipped once, did another half turn, and like coffin dropped fucking Rey Fenix.
So he took Darby's heel and made it WrestleMania.
He backflipped. He did a backflip coffin drop, basically. 1.5 backwards turns in the air. Smashed the guy right in the ribs. It was awesome.
I mean, Pat.
Pretty sick. Never seen that before in my life.
Pat, is that El Grande Americano?
Chad Gable's a fucking maniac. That's all I know. Is that Chad Gable is a fucking absolute maniac.
That's what a Grande Americano will do to you. You drink a Grande Americano, you'll be doing moves like that.
Jacob Fatu won the championship, the U.S. title from LA Knight. Jacob Fatu once smoked weed with me at an SAT show and told me that he loves my ring announcing style and to keep doing what I'm doing. And don't let the haters fuck with me. Even though I had drank 12 or to 20 Coors Lights while ring announcing that show. But, you know, I had the fresh Jordan jersey on. I had the yellow shades on. I was doing my thing. I was wheeling and dealing out there at the SAT show. That night, I smoked weed with Jacob Fatu. He told me that he loved my style and that I'm dope. Chavo Guerrero was on the show, who also complimented me. And the owner of the building, who was like a milquetoast white guy, was hanging around afterwards, and I was hanging around. And he goes, hey, you were that ring announcer. And he started asking me all about wrestling and why the show only had 20 people there, even though the SAT told them that there were going to be 1,000 people there. And I spoke openly with him about my ideas about maybe integrating neighborhood events and pop-ups into the draw, and I explained to him that this is what happens in wrestling. And Larry, I swear to God, he took $100 fucking out of his pocket, put it right in my hand. He goes, how much did you get paid for the show? I go, oh, like $40. And he goes, $40? And he took $100 fucking out of his pocket and handed it to me. And he goes, you're fucking amazing. So that all happened one night, featuring Jacob Fatu, the new United States champion.
Pat, you made $100 more than MLJ on any given night. Just
I didn't mean to, but I guess I look. The show was a disaster, and I just spoke openly and honestly about a guy who I thought I felt respect. He paid me respect,
dude. That story is why you're my son. Yeah. It's why you never told that story. I
haven't told that. That's gagging. The night that Chavo, Sam Latherna was there. You know, the fucking.
I know her.
Yeah. So
I know her.
So she did the backstage interviews and I ring announced, right? And she's there with her Rolodex. I'm like, and she goes, well, at some point, she goes, well, you're certainly unmatched. You have unmatched enthusiasm. It was like a backhanded, like, oh yeah, nobody can match your enthusiasm. She's like, I like the confidence. That's what it was. I like the confidence. And you know what I did too? When they had the step and repeat and they were doing the photography, and it was the SAT had a custom fucking plumber suit made for Chavo, right? For the six-way six-man, where they fought the Samoans. And the three of them were all standing there doing their backwards, like, weird pose. And I just walked right on to the step and repeat and took a photo with all four of them. And, like, just did the pose. I turned my back and I did their, like, Backstreet Boys pose with them. Hey, that was my second. That was my second to last show with the promotion. Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair.
No, I will not. Blaze the Bingo Hall. I will not be there. I'll be in Atlanta. Will Larry be at GCW's? Thank you for the $2. Will Larry be at GCW's debut in Maryland May 17th? I'm in Atlanta with 7. I hope I get to see my friend A.R. Fox and his lovely wife, Ayla. I will not be there. Whoever Blaze the Bingo Hall is, I'm not going. I have other shit. I have other shows. I have other shows. I started spring break.
Hey, did you see?
I don't got time for the Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair. A lot of people thought that they were going to let Charlotte Flair win. I thought the match was pretty good. Tiffany Stratton chipped her tooth. And she had like a Barbie entrance, one of the better entrances of the WrestleMania weekend. She, like, you know, there were like CG boxes around with like different versions of her that were being pre-recorded, like athletic Tiffy, you know, lawyer, slutty secretary Tiffy. And then she was in the middle, wrestling Tiffy, popped out of the box, came to town, made the whole entranceway look like a Barbie dream house. Very cool, very dope. She's dope. Feel absolutely horrible for Charlotte Flair. Feel bad for her. And then, you know, that's business, baby. Sorry. If we give you the belt, the fans are going to set their seats on fire. It's going to ruin the weekend. Tiffy's got to win. And then the triple threat we already talked about. Which you loved. You loved the Paul Heyman stuff.
I mean, I guess, Pat, I loved that based on my lifestyle, I was able to turn in right before the crescendo, like you said. I love that. I didn't see anything else of that first night besides Seth Rollins as Punk in the sharpshooter. He's screaming. That's all I saw of night 1.
Hello, Rhinestone Cowboy. Look at you with your beautiful head of hair and beard.
He's here?
What? Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Larry. How you doing?
Hi, Rhinestone. Hi.
How you doing?
So before we get to WrestleMania Night 2,
high.
let's travel back in time to the Friday before WrestleMania, where Alec Price and a returning Jordan Oliver won the tag team championships to open up Joey Janela's Spring Break 9. Larry, what did you do? 1 and 2?
Yeah, that's it. And then I was dismissed.
Rhinestone, did you watch this? Were you buckled up into your recliner with your 3 kids jumping all over your face watching Joey Janela's Spring Break 9?
I wouldn't say I was jumping like I found a Toys R Us hidden somewhere or something, but I watched it. There was about 3 matches I was really like focused on, but I watched
guess
it.
Those 3 matches.
Of course you can. Of course you can. We'll get into it.
I don't know if I could guess the third. It's definitely Atticus and Fuego del Sao. It's definitely Manson, Gabe Kidd, which I can't. I don't blame you. And maybe Minoru and Tree.
Well, that one captivated me because Sabu and Janela. That was the one. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. And you know, by the way, earlier in the chat, somebody said, "Hold on, I got to read this. Verbatim here."
Hey, just to let you know, Suzuki fought Butterbean, right?
During the fucking scramble, right?
If you want to call it a fight. It was basically just Suzuki trying to get Butterbean to move his ass around.
I heard all about it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, some Truth Seek shout out. And by the way, shout out everyone in the chat. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I haven't even literally addressed anybody really, but we
I like
appreciate
the
y'all.
chat.
And we love you.
I like the
And
chat.
thank you.
That's where
and
I
happy
used to. That's where I
WrestleMania.
existed.
And happy our people's time is upon us. It's a joyous time. And it's fun to just talk about this. Truth Seek says, talk about Joey Janela assaulting an old Saudi Arabian man. Hey, that's what it looked like to me. Let's talk about mask versus career. Because, by the way, on Thursday, I think it was, they had this whole fucking fake buzz for Atticus entering the ID tournament. And it's like, oh, we're teasing that he could lose his career on Friday because he's going to win the qualifying match for the ID tournament on Thursday. It's a whole thing. It was a tournament qualifier for WWE ID. And everybody went nuts saying that like he was going into WWE.
I mean, I think he's being watched by WWE. That's about it. I don't know if he's like signed. He's not signed, but they're watching him.
I hate how everything needs a qualifier.
WWE is watching all of us. They're watching. WWE is watching us right now.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah.
We better have a viral moment real quick.
Here's what I kind of think about Atticus. So tell me about this Fuego del Sol Atticus match. I saw clips. I saw the finish. I saw his entrance. You know, every time Fuego del Sol would kick out, they would like hit his grandmother with a chair or something, right?
What?
They hit Sam Stack. They hit Sam Stackhouse with a fucking chair, not his grandma. But that would have been way more.
What's Sam Stackhouse's blood relation to Fuego del Sol? Is it more important than Fuego del Sol's grandma?
That's his grandma now, I guess. It's Sam Stackhouse.
So what's their relation?
The way you're
putting it's just his BFF.
That's his buddy. And
they
Otis
love each other. They're lovers.
So it wasn't a family
Otis was
member. It was just a guy.
With a chair.
It was just a guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy, and Otis was beating the shit out of him.
And they weren't good enough friends for the guy to say, "Hey, you know what? I'll take this beating to protect your mask. Keep fighting the good fight and kick out. Don't stress about me, buddy boy."
I gotta pee.
All right, bye, Larry. Here's the problem with Atticus Kogar. Besides that he looks like a 1935 newsboy, it's that I feel like now that everybody knows that he puts everything creatively and really fucking does mental gymnastics to make his shit dope, I feel like he's not getting dope shit. Like he's making shit look dope, but he's not getting dope shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you're going to tell me right now, oh, well, Fuego del Sol handpicked Atticus. Of course he did, because he knows it's free graphic design and video work. You know what I mean? So they're giving him Megan Bain. They're literally using him to make huge buzz around a WWE ID qualifying match at WrestleMania weekend, like Thursday at like 5 o'clock, right? And what do they know? What do they know that he's going to do? He's going to do what you would do, Rhinestone, which is make a dope video package and do all the mental gymnastics and basically do the writing for them and make something that's not interesting. And I feel like from Hammerstein through WrestleMania weekend, including his big match with Fuego del Sol, I feel like that's what's happening. He's getting taken advantage of because they know that he's going to write dope shit for shit that sucks.
Well, you only get taken advantage of if you let yourself get taken advantage of. So I would say that Atticus must enjoy it if that's the way you're phrasing it. Maybe he just, it has to be. Maybe Fuego's trying to get back to AEW.
No.
You know, he might want to go back to AEW, so he's used as an Atticus for the graphic design. You never know. But Larry knows, and he's saying no. So I'm going to agree with Larry that it's a no.
Well, I mean, either way, regardless whether I'm right or wrong or you are, he's definitely the deathmatch Justin Bieber, I think.
I get you, Addy. I'm sorry, I get you, Icky. But I feel like he would more like kind of like want to be like, hey, WWE, look at me. Like I just left, just like Ricky Starks, and just like fucking, you know, these other motherfuckers. I'm viable for your NX or your 205.
No, it's like, okay, maybe he has a place, but I'm just saying, like, he's not.
Yeah, but here's the thing to go off of what Pat said, though. If that's how Fuego's looking at it, he did it very poorly because in the way that Atticus works, it's very hard to outwork him because he puts that much work into it. Really, what did Fuego put into it? Ruining his WWE
what great
idea?
promos or any kind of like investment, production-wise or marketing-wise, did Fuego even put into it other than to just use his AEW Dark fame? You know,
None. So it was really all Atticus.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. As a guy, as a promoter or a wrestler, you know that Addy will make your shit look good.
But the place where Fuego fucked up was the fact that he lost his mask and then immediately put his fucking boots in the ring.
No.
Right, he retired, no?
No, dude. 100% disagree with you, Icky. That is what makes it. That is what puts it a flip on the radar. Because the mask.
You don't feel that took away from the mask? You don't feel like it took away. You don't feel like it took away from the mask? The retirement outweighs him losing the mask?
He retired?
He said that he was done. He kept looking at Stackhouse saying, I'm done. If I'm losing the mask, I have no reason to do it. Well, and he struggled with his boots for like 20 minutes.
But hey, shout out Atticus. You know, but that's the thing. Like, to me, he's like a hype beast.
I didn't know that part.
He's
I'm
like
here
a hype
to help you, Larry. I'm here to help.
All right.
He retired. Okay.
Yeah,
redacted.
he put his
Dr. Redacted. I'm sorry. I didn't know he retired.
Yeah. As soon as he took the mask off, he was like, fuck it. He started unlacing
his boots off too.
See you later. I got stripped naked.
All right, so what was the other match you cared about? Gabe Kidd versus Mance Warner. Tell us about that. I honestly have not seen anything about that, so please take it away.
Mance was squirting blood like a fountain. He was.
Oh, he did the brain damage? Yeah.
He was spurting all over the fucking place. Gabe Kidd and Mance know how to put on just a fucking a banger. They know how to fucking go at it.
I feel like when the two squirting blood things that I know is Sexy Eddie with the arm and brain damage with the head, which, by the way, I was in the building for that one. And I feel like, I'm sorry, is there a third?
Swerve and Hangman.
No, that was more of a drip. That wasn't a squirt.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay. I'll give you that.
So I feel like with both Eddie and brain damage, there's a moment where you could see on their face that they realize that if they like clench their butt a little bit or like flex something, that they now have the squirting effect. There's a moment in both those matches, go back, because those are two of my favorite matches, brain damage, blood squirting, Sexy Eddie arm. There's a moment where Sexy Eddie realizes if he clenches his fist, he can make it squirt. Like, you know what I mean? He realizes he's okay, and now he can, like, pose and do his shit. Same with brain damage. Was there a moment where Mance Warner realized that?
I think right after the second spurt, he was like, I'm going to start squirting everywhere.
He was like, okay, if I clench my butt,
I'm going to make Steph proud, and I'm going to squirt all over this place. And that's exactly what he did. He squirted everywhere. Gabe beat him, but it was a good time. They know how to put on a barn burner. I know that.
Was that your favorite match of this show? Joey Janela Spring Break 9.
Yes, easily, hands down. And then Tremont was probably
You love
easily
Tremont
second.
Suzuki. You want to just give me a synopsis of that? I saw some clips. You know, it looked like a Tremont match to me with Suzuki in it.
Well, that's you don't need a synopsis if you already got that. It's a Tremont match, but it was a good slobber knocker. You know what I mean?
What
They went at
object
it.
did he get stuck in his forehead this time?
I don't think he did get something stuck in his head on this one.
Good for him. Nice classic old school.
Yeah, I don't know. He just wanted to go at it with Suzuki. No real death match. And then came the full-on terrorist attack by Joey Janela.
I just want to say that Joey Janela says that he is the best carry-you wrestler of all time. And yeah, if you live your whole life on message boards wanting to be a meme, then you would go find Marty Jannetty and drag him from his grave in some river to make him wrestle you and make a whole meme about it. Yeah. Oh, I appeal to the people who like to laugh ironically at wrestling, so let me get Glacier, in the clusterfuck. Let me get all this fucking... Oh, and by the way, Joey Janela also has a fucking history of using, entertaining, and putting on and laughing at, not with, neurodivergent people such as Superhuman and Nasty Leroy.
They did have a senior
Joey
rumble.
Janela's Spring Break is literally built on that concept of dragging some guy that everyone's going to laugh at into the ring with you, and you take it seriously, but it's tongue-in-cheek and everyone knows it, and now you're the coolest fucking guy in the room.
They had a goddamn seniors rumble.
I feel like this match was the fucking culmination of all of what I just said. He takes advantage, fucking gas somebody up to make a big joke out of them. He didn't jump off the roof. He got carried off the roof. He could have just jumped off. Could have just taken a Foley bump. That's what he's all about. But no, Zande picked him up like a little baby, carried him off the roof. And the rest is history. And he continued to exploit and fucking take advantage and laugh behind people's backs and abuse. And that's what he did in this match. And the fact that Brett Lauderdale tweeted, "Oh, Sabu told me that this is going to be better than Born to be Wired 97." It's like you're basically taking advantage of a senile CTE old man, and you can't even come out as a fucking promoter, as a big balls promoter, and say, this match, my sources tell me. I've talked to both competitors, and I think this one's going to be better than Born to be Wired 97. You gotta say that Sabu said it because you're a fucking pussy, okay? Am I fucking bugging? And so he puts it. So as a classic shitheel, spineless promoter, he puts it all on this fucking 65-year-old man for a probably fucking massive payday to put over pink-haired Joey Janela, who can't even. Oh my God, dude! And then, dude, and you know why Born to be Wired is better than this match? There's many. There's a multitude of fucking reasons. But I hate this breakaway barbed wire ropes shit. This breakaway barbed wire ropes shit is, I think it happened by accident one time, and now it's like a fucking gimmick. It's a kayfabe thing. The barbed wire breaks. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker Sabu, oh my God, took all these bumps. It was Joey Janela assaulting a fucking 65-year-old Arabian man, possibly with brain damage.
Can I ask? Can I ask? Because I didn't see, but I heard it at the beginning of the match. Was Sabu like telling Emil, "I can't go"? And like when he was coming out in his suit, was he like kind of signaling that I cannot wrestle, y'all? I'm not in the position to wrestle. And at the beginning of the match, did he say to Emil, the ring announcer, "I can't go. Tell him I can't go"?
See, but I love that. That's like
happen?
Sabu. That's like the modern day 60-year-old man version of Sabu coming out with like the rib thing. I think it's all like, because with Sabu, you never knew what was real and what wasn't.
And that's what that's what we got to love about Sabu is he used to say there was no botches. That was all on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
It was all on purpose. Like the face plant into the barbed wire. That wasn't a botch in any way. That was Sabu being Sabu. But yes, Larry, that's exactly what happened. I memorized
because Sabu was on Blvd Bullies versus the World, and he told us that the reason he stayed in his hotel the last time is because he had so much anxiety that he's just an anxiety-ridden Sagittarius.
Well, and
like
Rhinestone also spoke to him one-on-one as well.
He was on my podcast, and that was where he first said he wanted to have a match back. And I was like, "What kind of match?" He was like, "I want to have it with RVD, barbed wire match." And I was like, "Okay." And then Joey Janela came out of nowhere. But I memorized this fucking match because I've taken it very easy on how I feel about what transpired in that whole fucking match. When Sabu came out, he does a big stretch on the fucking walkway, goes up, goes like, "What the fuck am I doing?" And he goes down, gets in. He's got no shirt underneath his fucking suit coat. He all right. He's prim, proper. He looks good. He was in the gym, of course.
He looks like E.T.
He looked like fucking Scottie Pippen when Scottie Pippen retired. That's what he looked like. He looked like Joe Campbell.
He looked like E.T.
Scottie
when
Pippen.
E.T. was drinking beer with a flannel shirt.
I love Sabu and everything he's done, but this right here wasn't it. It wasn't it at all. The only thing I want to do is hear Sabu come back on Boulevard and say he wanted those spots to happen. That shit whip to the outside was so fucking hard. You can't rationalize shit whipping a 65-year-old man that way. Then you have a fucking.
But this is part of the fucking Brett Lauderdale, John Carlo, Joey Janela fucking poison is that he would come on the show and say, "Yeah, I thought of it," because they fucking manipulate into thinking that it's more than anything for them. And the Joey Janela promo afterwards, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I got you. It had to be a meme. It had to be a meme, right? "I got your Hall of Fame trophy. Remember from the time you stood us up? I got your Hall of Fame trophy." Like, they couldn't just leave it alone. They're just like, "You're my favorite wrestler." Get fucked, dude.
Let me ask Larry.
They didn't protect him at all. They didn't
Let me
protect
ask
him
Larry a
at
question.
all, dude.
Let me ask Larry a question. Larry, do you feel that it was appropriate for Joey to give that plaque to Sabu right after that match? By the way,
it wasn't a new plaque. It was the one that was a callback to when he no-showed them. So it was about them. It was a fucking meme about them. It was like a petty fucking Donnie DeMonto fucking thing, dude. Remember this? Remember when you would come down to your hotel room? It's like they need to like respond to people who criticize them. They're not even doing their own thing. You know, it's like, "Oh, we have to put a bookend to this. We have to like shove this in his face." That time, you know, he didn't come down from his hotel room. And there may be people
I feel the
It's
same
okay.
fucking
Sorry,
way.
I was
went
on
off.
muted. I was muted during that, but
I
you know,
went
you
off.
get what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. Well, Pat said some shit, y'all. Pat was saying some shit.
Anyway, Joey Janela took the easiest bumps. They didn't protect Sabu. And the point of them handing the fucking plaque to him, which, by the way, is like a $75 plaque. It's not like a bust. It's not like a gold bust of Sabu.
Dude, that's not even the worst part. The worst part of that fucking shit fest was the fact that right after Sabu gets shit whipped right out of the ropes and fucking damn near separates all of his fucking body, then he gets Sandman with a 2-hour fucking entrance while Atticus and Otis are beating the shit out of people, and then the people that Atticus and Otis
I
are supposed to be
heard,
saving
bro. I
are
heard
beating
about
the
this.
shit out of
Yes.
them now. I'm
Yes.
like, what the
Yes.
fuck is going on? This is Sabu's final match, and we're gonna do this shit.
WCW Nitro ending.
We're gonna
Which, by
have
the way,
all these people.
has always been GCW's go-to fucking move, by the way. And a few times it's worked. When they threw garbage at RSP, when they threw garbage at Matt Cardona,
Yes, Pat.
and maybe
yes,
like
Pat.
another
Yes.
time that I can't remember.
Yes, Pat.
But they always
Cardona.
the Nitro
Cardona.
ending. Like he
The
can't
kicker-
write a good ending. All these
The
matches
kicker-
when the money's on the line and when the shit's coming to a head, it's always a WCW fucked finish, Nitro ending, cheap pops with music, cheap pops with bullshit. He can't write good fiction. He just relies on the fucking WCW Nitro and finish.
Patrick, before the fucking Sabu match, you had a Senior Rumble. You had George South in this motherfucker, and a
George
bunch of other
South
fights.
was
Rock and Roll Express was there. Fucking Kurt Angle's grandpa was fucking there. Some other Kerry Morton got his ass kicked by everybody, and then the setup of the barbed wire. It's like, so you had to have old people go ahead of an old man again that you're gonna whoop the fuck out of.
Okay, so final thoughts, and I feel like Rhinestone, I want to hear more because I feel like I've gone on rants, and I want you to talk more about this. Get out every emotion you have about it, and then we're going to move on to WrestleMania Night 2 and Larry's favorite part of the show.
We're doing that? What, bro?
Yeah, I saw you hold it up. So final thoughts, thesis on this fucking debacle.
My final thoughts are this, because I feel if I go off the wall with the way I want to do, all I want to know is if Sabu can sit there logically and say, I'm happy with my final match. If he can fucking say he's happy with it, I'll shut the fuck up right now and say it was atrocious.
Well, I
I'll
can,
be like, all
I
right,
can
cool.
see that he would feel that way because
Pat,
of
let's
the
get him
absolute
on.
beating
Pat,
that he took.
Pat,
Get
Pat,
him
let's
on.
get him on. Let's
Get
get
him on. You
on.
probably call his
He's
ass
been
right
a
now.
guest before. Let's get him on.
We should get him on.
Pat, we should get him
100%.
on.
And I'm going to send him an email. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to have Brian send him an email.
There you go.
It's a simple question. Just come on and talk about
Yeah.
your final match.
We really
100%.
want to hear, like, everything about it. How are you feeling?
Yep.
Is he alive? Does anybody know if he's still alive?
They had that
Fonzie.
photo of him in the hotel. He looked.
Nick Carp. Nick Carp. I'm sorry, Pat. I can say his name. You can't. Nick Carp took that photo.
I literally never heard of that guy. All right.
I
so
don't know
fuck
if you're
it.
going to
Can we
judge
talk?
a picture.
Can we
If
go
you're
to
going to judge a
WrestleMania Night
picture, it
2?
looks like you needed an IV.
Yeah, or maybe like a brain transplant.
Oh, Pat.
All right, so what many people are calling the best match of WrestleMania, the best match of the weekend, not only WrestleMania, but all the fucking sad indies out there. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley.
Oh, I missed it.
9.1 on Cage Match. The highest rated match of the weekend by a large margin. And
100%
I've gone
agree.
on record as saying that I think the main event triple threat was kind of a little janky and kind of a little trash. Besides the writing and the story, what do we feel about this women's triple threat? Hey, you know what? I don't even care. Right now, Rhinestone, fuck, marry, kill. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley.
Oh man, I'm killing Bianca.
Because you're racist.
See, I knew as soon as that came off my lips that was what was going to be perceived.
You're the Boulevard Bullies, boy. You're the Boulevard Bullies. Come on now.
So kill Bianca, Rhea. What? I'm gonna sleep with her, and then I'm marrying Io. That's not even a choice.
Larry, fuck, marry, kill. Io, Rhea, Bianca.
Marrying Bianca because I'm a cuck voyeur and I want to watch her and Montez.
In the hotel cocktail.
Smart strategy.
In the hotel cocktail.
Yeah, that's very, very smart.
I'm fucking Rhea because one time I met her and she was really nice to me and she didn't even it was like that was really nice of her. So I'm fucking her because only a few broads get this legend. And I'm killing Io because I know the least about her. I'm sorry. I'm killing her because I know the least about her, so I don't know whether I would want to fuck her or marry her.
Wow.
But I
so
know.
I think that we're all the exact opposite. I'm gonna fuck Bianca, kill Rhea, marry Io. Because Io just seems fun. And I traditionally get along with foreign women. Sin City Street Fight, Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. This was the fucking Doom sponsored match.
That's a slept on match too that needs to be up in there. Like that was a pretty good Mania match too. Drew's always showing up. Drew's on a different level right now.
I love Drew.
He's
I was
really
actually a little
fucking it.
sad that this was his Mania path. I feel like he should be in the main.
Damian with the Kerry King shit. I don't know what the fuck.
You didn't like that?
Trying. I mean, it's Slayer. I love Slayer, but Damian, I don't know what he's really trying to go for. Is he like the street gangster? Is he like from hell? I thought he was a street gangster. That's what he was trying to be.
No, it depends on what city he's in, dude.
Martinez.
I'm surprised he didn't come out in like a Raiders uniform. You know, like a West Coast. I feel like he assimilates.
I don't get the whole hell thing with him. I mean,
Yeah,
he's always fun.
He's not metal enough, and he's not like. Yeah, he's not metal enough. But then the other side of it
He's like the remake of The Crow.
Either.
He's like the remake of The Crow. We're just dealing with it. Yeah,
I mean, Drew McIntyre's amazing. I actually was thinking that maybe Drew McIntyre was going to be the one to come out and confront John Cena. But it happened to be Randy Orton, and we'll get to that.
I like Randall Keith.
That was so dope. I loved it. Okay, so this is got to be one of the best matches. Most newsworthy things of the weekend. Dominic Mysterio wins. Which, by the way, I could have seen from a mile away.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I see this coming. Braun don't got to take the pin. We could do some Judgment Day shit with Finn and him. See, I thought he was going to get the finish on Finn, though.
I thought that was going to Penta. I thought that was going to Penta like that. I mean,
no way.
They got him everywhere, and now Phoenix is there.
What do you think about the Las Vegas crowd deciding that they love Dom?
It's about fucking time. It's about fucking time.
That's kind of true though. Like it's almost like Fight Club. Losing all hope is freedom. And when you just decide to be the worst bad guy, that's when people love you.
Dom will be the greatest Mysterio of all time.
I
agree with you.
absolutely agree with you, dude.
100%. If you don't,
the
you're
way
stupid.
that he's Eddie Guerrero, yet like maybe I hate my dad. Eddie Guerrero is my real dad.
Yeah. And he's a married man hanging out with Liv, and he's doing his fucking thing with that fabulous mustache. I mean, that mustache, it makes him a whole different level.
Larry, did you watch any of WrestleMania Night 2?
Yeah, I watched more of night 2 than I did of night 1. Obviously, I told you when I watched of night 1, but I watched
That's where you came in. Is that's where you came in? All right, so real quick before that.
No. I came in on Dom. I came in on Dom winning. That's the first thing that I saw of night 2.
I love that he ran back and got in the ring again and celebrated again and like really milked the
crowd.
crowd.
Dude, so good. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
He's dope.
So good, dude.
And you think about when he was during pandemic, like the baby face with like the Power Ranger suit, and it was like, this guy fucking sucks.
He was waiting patiently. He knew what was about to happen.
You think it was a plan all along?
I think Dom is fucking smarter than people think he is.
Yeah.
Look at his dad.
Knows the business. He knows the business, like Larry saying. He knows the fucking business.
And I don't think, because he did like the post show, and they basically treated him like a babyface on the post show, and I don't think that he was as good as he can be on the mic, but like has lie and his gimmick should be lie, cheat, and steal. He should literally do Eddie Guerrero. That's all he needs to do. And I think if he just thinks about it that way, he's going to get so good. And it's going to be like so dope. He said, I'm carrying both legacies on my back now.
I just love the way that he described the way he fucked up taking his mask off and said it was the powers of Jim Carrey's mask. Like how it was a struggle. So much power was resonating from Dom's face. The mask just wanted to stay there.
My favorite thing that happened this weekend was Randy Orton's mystery opponent. This was by far my favorite fucking thing that happened. I wasn't sure who it was going to be. I had a few guesses. Larry, did you see this?
Yeah. I watched from Dom winning on to the end.
So one of you walk me through the Randy Orton mystery opponent. Randy Orton, he comes out. Very, very simple. Hey, this is my 20th year at WrestleMania, and it's an open invite to anybody in the back who wants to come out and suffer the WrestleMania moment of 3 most dangerous letters in the game, RKO.
Joe Hendry is over. There's no denying, just like I Show Speed and Travis Scott. Like, Joe Hendry has caught on to some shit where people just like to hear his music.
It's all about his music and his stupid, dumb look.
And the smile. And the smile. Bro, Randy Orton, like, looking him up and down.
That's what I'm saying. This is my favorite shit that happened, dude. Randy Orton is professional wrestling, dude. And this, you want to talk about fucking clusterfuck? The fucking clusterfuck? What happened with Randy Orton is the way to do wrestling comedy. And Randy Orton played it perfectly. Every inch of his face, every eyebrow movement. And, he could have RKO'd him and killed him in the first 10 seconds. But he gave him a 1-2 kick out. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
Rhinestone, please take it away. I feel like you disagree.
I I'm not a Joe Henry guy. I don't
Neither am I.
understand it.
Neither am
I
I.
don't.
But
I
Randy
don't
and Joe,
understand
I
the.
loved.
I don't understand the intrigue for that man not whatsoever. I was hoping for fucking Jeff Cobb. That's who the fuck I was
A
hoping.
lot of people said Rusev, who wound up premiering the next night.
Or
Rusev
Matt
came
Riddle.
back?
Rusev came
Oh,
back
yeah,
and broke up the
Rusev's
tag
back.
team championship match last night. Yeah.
Happy Rusev
Wow.
Day, by the way. You know, every day's Rusev
No,
Day now
this
again.
was fucking perfect. And since I was a very young boy, my mom always respected my love for wrestling, hated wrestling. You know, we could watch baseball together, we could watch things together, but we don't watch wrestling. But it just so happened, after my full day on Sunday, we had dinner together, and I was like, listen, while we're having dinner, I would like to put on WrestleMania. So my mom hated Dom, but predicted him winning. And then the next match we watched was Joe Hendry and RKO, Randy. And it appealed to her, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know who fucking Randy Orton was. She didn't know who fucking Joe Hendry was. But just the presentation, it's like, oh, it's Randy Orton's 20th year at WrestleMania. So Joe Hendry, blah, blah, blah. And dude, he fucking did the pose, and he RKO'd him, and he fucking beat him in like 2 minutes, but the perfect finish. Then he picked him up. Randy held the dude's hand around. He's putting over, hey, Joe Hendry, hey, he power slammed me. This guy's a guy. RKO'd him again. Perfect. And then, something I couldn't have predicted, Randy Orton did the Joe Hendry zoom in fucking pose.
Dude,
the best segment of WrestleMania by far.
Bro.
The best.
And immediately, Pat, how about he did it and then immediately like laughed at himself?
Yeah,
like,
and he did the SNL take where he was breaking and he was laughing. And if you think that was not natural, he did that on purpose. He thought about that because Randy Orton is a fucking third generation 20 fucking year guy. So he knew that he was gonna do it, and he was gonna purposely break.
Fuck this shit.
Am I bugging?
Fuck this,
It was perfect. It was fucking perfect. It was perfect. Yep. Randall Keith.
Mm-hmm. It was everything. And
agreed.
They chose the right opponent for him. And
they gave him an appetizer. They gave him an appetizer for what's about to take place now.
Which I also loved like a mark, dude.
I jizzed everywhere.
Me too.
I'm
Me
just
too.
saying
Can I
that.
tell you that when John Cena and Randy Orton were feuding when they were hot, 2009 through 13 or whatever,
yep,
I fucking hated both of them. That was the time I watched the wrestling the least. That was the time that I got into the indies because I hated those two so bad. I didn't want to watch them wrestle.
See, that's the thing. I've been a John Cena guy since he's been around. I've never hated John Cena.
No, not me.
I'm proud to say
but
that.
I will say that I was one of the first to ironically re-like him. You know what I mean? When everyone was booing him, I started to like him.
That's bandwagon activity.
Well, I went contrarian bandwagon.
It's
because he won me money at the Royal Rumble drinking game, gambling game.
I remember.
So, like, the year that John Cena won the Royal Rumble and everyone was like, oh. But that's the year I won, like, $200. So I was like, I'm going to be the one guy who loves John Cena now. So I was a little early is what I'm saying because of gambling.
All I got to say about that segment was the fact that RKO couldn't have came more perfect after the line that Cena said, and then all of a sudden it just looks like King Kong standing behind him. I don't know what happened to Randall Keith, but that motherfucker is way bigger than he's ever been in his life. He casted a shadow over Cena. It was impressive. It's perfection. I might go watch it 6 more times.
Like, a lot of times when they do that kind of attack, they won't show the guy behind. Like, this was a different take.
Yeah.
Usually the guy just like kind of hops in and you just like they did with Joe Hendry. He's just already doing it, you know? Like they really have, in recent memory, never showed Randall just standing there like you can all register it's him, you know? Like they
I'm
really,
a production guy,
that's
so
like
shout outs
not what
to
they
the
usually
camera.
do.
The camera crew was on something because the cameramen were in a perfect fucking position. It was just perfection. That whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, I fucking loved that too. And I was wondering, like, you know, you'd assume that maybe Cody's going to take a few weeks off, maybe chill at home for a little bit. He don't really need to do anything. His story's kind of like ended for now, and he could revamp. So it's like, okay, who's going to be the new good guy to fight? Whose music's going to hit to do John Cena? I think Seth Rollins was like even money. I wouldn't have been surprised if Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman came out to confront John. But they got their own thing going on. They're doing their like little mini NWO thing now.
That's another thing they'll address because that's about to get real good.
Let me ask you this: who's the fourth member? I have a theory.
It's easy. Killer Cross.
I was just about to say that, dude.
100%. If you couldn't see that from the promo he just released and all this shit, Cross is perfect to be a Heyman guy.
Larry, did you see the Killer Cross promo?
Of course. Of course.
I fucking hate Sam Roberts, by the way.
And you know what? You know what? I guess I felt that so much, not because of the content, but the fact that, like, I was actually thinking that when AJ was being a fucking bitch. When AJ was being a fucking bitch and, like, being like, no, I do the right thing. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Fuck that motherfucker and win. So the fact that he brought up the fact that AJ is a narcissist and he had to do it his way because no other way would work but his way, that's why he fucking lost. So yeah, I felt that shit. And Scarlett too. I felt her ever since ROH.
Yeah, they're just letting that poor woman waste away, and she's talented and fuck. It's just he's the underground king, and he's just not utilized at all. But every time he goes to the Indies, Cross is on fucking fire. You can't stop him. Look at him
I
at
gotta say
Bloodsport.
that I was a little annoyed. Like he was on fire on this promo on the Sam Roberts Fanatics thing or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, besides this one sentence she said, it was a monologue of fucking masterpiece by him. And then she chimes in and goes, "We have a combined 25 years in the business. And what did we do at WrestleMania?" And it's like, okay, listen, that's great. But just because you guys have both started around the same time and have 12 and a half years each in the business doesn't mean you can say that you have a combined 25 years in the business. That's so fucking stupid. That is absolutely ridiculous and dumb. And if you really want to fucking break it down, she fucking ruined that shit by saying that dumb thing. That's so wrestling math. We each have 12 years in the business. We each have over 10 years in the business. Would have been fine. Stop me if I'm telling lies, Rhinestone or Larry.
No, you're good. You're allowed to give your opinion, so that is what it is. But I mean, this isn't the first time.
I hate that your explanation was that I'm allowed to give my opinion. I feel like that means you hate it.
No, I don't hate it. The only
I mean, I know Scarlett personally better than I know Karrion Kross personally. And, you know, in a lot of ways, I kind of feel like that I came up with her. Okay? I don't know for all y'all smarks. Like, I came up with her, like, at the time where we were both, like, asking for our money and, like, being, like, sort of given the old okey doke. like Scarlett and I would like confide in one another with what the fuck. So she's not going to say much on WWE because they're not going to allow her to say much. She's more of like, look at me. But I like her line.
I mean, to go off what Larry's saying, this isn't the first time Cross has really done this. And that's what Scarlett does best is she says very little, but she gets off her point. Because she has been around. They've been around. She was the smoke show. People forget she was the smoke show.
Okay, yeah,
he
fair
was
enough.
over.
Far enough. I don't know. I just wouldn't have combined the things to say 25 years. I think that's lame.
Just like with my 22 going on 23 years in the biz, I've done a lot. And during my years, I've seen her doing it.
Yeah, but Larry, think about this. Think about this. You are the manager of somebody who you've been in the business with 10 years.
And
so
your
you
husband.
say that you have 20 years experience. You and your wrestler that you manage have been in the business 10 years. So you go on an interview and say, we have a combined 20 years experience. Would you ever fucking do that, Larry? We're a combined 15 feet tall.
They're married.
So Pat, I am category other in wrestling. Do you understand what that means? I am not carrying Cross. I am Ruckus's personal announcer.
Excuse.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Go on, Larry.
I am not a wrestler. I am Ruckus's personal announcer. So Gertner and me and Scarlett, we have got to get in where we fit in. And that means not necessarily like saying anything of merit or anything that like adds to what our charge is saying, but just making sure that we add to the overall narrative. And the overall narrative at the end of everything that Karrion Kross said was, and to the guy in the truck, go fuck yourself. Yeah, me and Scarlett and all of the motherfuckers that have been Brett Lauderdale and Danny DeMonto and DJ Hyde through our whole career want to say to that motherfucker, go fuck yourself. And the fact that we have 25-year combined experience means that I stand behind my fucking man and everything that he's about to say.
All right, duly noted. And I feel like a lot of people who have been hided by those three names that you mentioned, that promo probably did resonate very, very closely to them. Because he said a lot of dope shit.
All she did,
we kind of all know that happens.
Hold on, because you talked a lot. All she did was she let her man do his shit, and she just sprinkled a little motherfucking dust. That's what category other does. That's what makes us keep watching, because of fucking Paul Bearer, you know, and fucking all these Paul Heyman in the background of the triple threat, just looking like this. That's all we do, you know.
And you know what? And I feel like
you're missing a key ingredient to what Scarlett did at the very end. When Cross said, "Go fuck yourself," he immediately said, "Don't do that. Don't do that." Why
she counseled him. She counseled against. No.
Yeah. Like,
or whatever, yeah. Like,
got to calm her beast down, you know?
Yeah, okay. All right, you guys convinced me. You guys convinced me.
It's not about convincing. It's just about like, I didn't see much of Mania.
I've had an epiphany then.
And I saw Big E and Peter Rosenberg and what's her name? Shriver? Was it Shriver? I don't know. Kelly? I don't know. Kathy? I don't know. One of the ladies. I saw them, and I saw Hunter come out and put the glasses on. I saw Hunter come out and put the glasses down and thank everyone. And I also saw Karrion and Scarlett, and I was like, yo, this is great. This is great.
Did
They're
you
doing great.
watch the match that Karrion Kross freaked out about, which was the AJ Styles Logan Paul match?
Pat, I watched everything from Dom winning all the way to the end.
I know you just told me that, but I was just saying to like kind of let you know that's what we're going to talk
I
about right now.
watched Alan. Yo, did you hear Karrion Kross call him Alan?
Called him Al.
He called him
Big
Al.
By the way,
did you see Nick Khan? Did you see Nick Khan comping lifetime tickets to the person that got smacked by the ATV of Stone Cold?
Dude, and did you see the clip that's on Instagram that
got lifetime tickets?
Did you see that before he
Stone Cold crashed his fucking four-wheeler twice because drinking and driving is what Stone Cold does, and he's a badass.
He's so cool. Yeah, so apparently, like, there was, like, from where he was coming, you can make a left and go hit the exit ramp, much like your adventure that you had, Larry, when your GPS died, and you were trying to figure out where to get off the Holland Tunnel loop from. Stone Cold kind of had that same experience, dude. And, like,
he got his wheel stuck in the ramp.
Well, before that, did you see this clip where it's like, okay, the one path from where he's coming, it's left up the ramp, then make a right, you're there at WrestleMania. Or it's right into the side of the WrestleMania ramp. He went right and hit a dead end and was very, very confused and horrified. Then they had to fix it, and then he went up the ramp, then got to the thing. And you know what, dude? I got to say that when he was coming down that long-ass ramp, like originally, the main, I was feeling a little nervous for him. I was like,
He hit that barricade, and he fucking saw the fan. The old lady did the fucking AARP card, hit her button. She hit her button, life alert. And fucking Stone Cold looks at her and just goes, sorry, just
sorry about it.
And then here comes Nick Khan with lifetime tickets, going so sorry, and then sat next to her.
He's
and
got
all
his checkbook out, lifetime tickets. He's got the golden candy bar. He's got the golden
sitting
WWE
right next
candy
to
bar.
the green shirt guy.
Yo, is that true? Is that true that green shirt guy was the guy who was smashed in the face by CM Punk?
I didn't hear about that.
When CM Punk thought the guy was hitting the back of his head when he was
you
belt.
know that?
Huh.
Why did you say green shirt guy, Rhinestone?
I said green shirt guy because that guy's at every event.
So now she's going to be sitting next to him.
They're going to put that couple right next to him.
I don't know. I don't want to make crazy assumptions. Yeah, but Stone Cold smashed the fuck out of that girl here. He ran directly into it.
He didn't care.
And then he did his very odd, weird promo where he pretended to start a recount.
I missed Stone Cold. I missed that.
It was very bad. Do you remember when on 3/16/2020 we were in empty arena era, and for 3/16, maybe 2021, we really needed Stone Cold to come through for America. We were all fucked up in the game,
he stunned Coach. He stunned Coach.
And did you see he came in and he had the cue cards and he goes like, let me get a hell yeah. And there was like nobody in the building. So like that was a gag. And he had these fucking cue cards. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
I remember him stunning Coach. I just remember him stunning Coach.
That was just the time when the world really needed Stone Cold to be Stone Cold. And he came out with cue cards and really bombed and read some like stiff bullshit. And I feel like that's what happened
I have
here.
to go in 1 minute. I'm sorry. I know I was late. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I gotta go.
No, I understand.
I gotta go.
Why? You gotta watch Law and Order SVU? Why you gotta go at 9 o'clock exactly? Why can't it be 9:05?
Go ahead.
9:03 even.
Go ahead.
Anyway, main event, John Cena versus fucking Cody Rhodes. Great new John Cena entrance. All black, white John Cena times New Roman, Impact, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So good. You know what I didn't like, though? that the part of that gimmick of the John Cena minimalist thing, they go, no video package. Right? Michael Cole said that. He goes, no video package, no glitz and glamour. But it's like, we should have done a video package. You should have given me the WrestleMania main event night 2 video package, and then John Cena can come out minimalist.
No, that shit was perfect.
No video package. I need to hear, you think you're special. You do. I can see it in your eyes. This time I'm going to let it all go out. This time I'm going to...
Well, Pat, do you think that no video package kind of signaled that he was going to win? Like it wasn't the end for him?
I was hoping so much that he won. And it honestly is like the most deep and complicated, interesting storyline right now. Because when he was a white bread babyface, they booed him. And now he's mad. And Cody Rhodes is the white bread babyface. And in the middle of the match, they started cheering for John Cena. And last night on Raw, they chanted, "We are sorry" to him. This is unlike anything that's gone on ever, honestly. Am I bugging?
Puppets on a string. Puppets on a string. John Cena knows how to play that music.
At first, I was a little worried, but dude, last night the crowd chanted, "We are sorry," and he was so over. He should have came out with the spinner belt, though.
I truly believe that John Cena should have came out at WrestleMania with just the name and no music, no nothing.
No music. All right. Well,
no
they
music.
were close to that though. He had no pomp, no circumstance, all black, white letters, same music. To me, that was the most pomp and circumstance because they stripped it down.
It's great. It's great. And there's There's literally people crying saying it was the worst fucking shit they've ever seen.
It was the best
Busted Open was losing his fucking mind. It's hilarious.
Dave LaGreca?
Oh, he was snapping, losing his mind for like an hour and a half. I'm like, dude, if you really think that was the worst ever,
to me that means it worked. To me, that means I like it more. If Dave LaGreca is really absolutely actually upset, then I like it.
He was losing it.
Dude. 17-time, beat the Flair record, John Cena as a heel, and then the next night on Raw, Randy fucking Orton RKO'd him. Yo, dude, I'm all in. I'm all in on it. Larry, what do you think, God damn it?
I didn't see Raw.
Randy Orton RKO'd John Cena.
I saw that. I mean, I saw the headline, but I didn't see any.
And Braun Breaker joined Seth Rollins and...
I saw that. I saw that headline too, but I didn't see any of Raw.
And Pat McAfee got choked out by Gunther.
Severely choked out.
Which was awesome, honestly. Yeah, it was very convincing.
Gunther put some fucking squeeze on that
Gunther,
thing.
Gunther didn't like what Michael Cole...
Do you think he was punished?
Well, Gunther was very upset and didn't like what Michael Cole was saying.
Do you think that he was punished? Do you think that he was punished for something?
It might have been a humiliation ritual.
And then Michael Cole came out and started talking about how commentary people should never be harassed or assaulted ever because they gotta be, who they want to be. You can't put hands on us.
I felt like I was watching a Black Mirror episode.
Like the press, like the media.
Yeah, exactly.
Never fucking touch us again is what Michael Cole said.
Yeah.
Don't ever touch us again.
Very, very eerie, strange, and Black Mirror-ish.
There's a lot.
Michael Cole, obviously Pat McAfee has brain damage and has to go to the hospital now, right? But Michael Cole, he's not gonna let some bully. And it's almost like they're doing a free speech gimmick, and he's gonna wear a singlet. Black Mirror-ish. Yeah.
Right.
He's gonna wear a singlet.
I gotta go, y'all. I'm sorry. It's 9:04.
Yeah, right. We did say 9:04. Okay.
Play us out, Pat. Play us out.
You just want to end the show? All right, let's end the show. Hey, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. There are a lot of great things to come. That week off rejuvenated me. We got a new screen. We got a new co-host. We got the same old Larry Legend, now available till 9:04. And Brian has risen. just like Jesus did on Easter Sunday. Brian has risen and he's in the chat.
Yep. Hey, Brian. I'm sorry I missed the
by the
pie.
way, I know that I said that the Insides of Cinema starring Mishlak and Bald Steve is going to come out tonight. It's not. It's going to be out on Friday. I wound up, I need to put these finishing touches on it. Rhinestone, maybe I'll fucking Fiverr you. Ask you to do it.
I'm here.
Anyway, Friday. I fucking promise you. It's only a fucking 3.5 month project now. Anyway, Larry, you kind of look like Black Guile with your hair all flattened out like that. Could you Sonic Boom us out?
Sonic Boom!
Hey! Sonic Boom and love to all our friends, viewers, and lovers out there. But if you're our hater, die slow. Brutality. Out of time.
Yo. Real quick. R.I.P. Nick Cage's wife, Sandra.
Oh, you're going to bring that up now, Larry? It's 9:04:05. Did you see Ricky Shane Page?
Yeah, well, I'm here.
Did you see the Ricky Shane Page thing?
I'm here. No, I didn't. But this is way more important than whatever that is, because we missed last week. And last week is really when that happened. She was a friend of mine. Of mine. Yeah. So I gotta just say, Nikki, who does the intro for us, we love you and we're sorry for your loss. I just have to say that before we go off. I'm here. It's 9:06. I'm here. So I got to say R.I.P. Sandra. And that was a really bad part to hear that news of my last 2 weeks. So I got to say it.
Rhinestone, final thoughts?
Get Sabu on.
All right, we're going to start doing work. Until next time. I'm not even going to say the thing about our haters because, we just had a very serious, heavy thing.
Well, okay. Well, the reason that I thought of her, full transparency, is because Gage in Chicago ended the show by saying, "Until all my haters die slow." He said that. Like, so he's one of us. He's a bully. And I know he's going through a lot right now. I know that this is like a sad time. So yeah, I thought of Nikki. Nikki does our intro. He just lost his wife. I've got to say, R.I.P. to Sandra, my friend, who I spent a good deal of time with at one point in my life. I spent a good deal of time watching The Walking Dead with her on Sundays. So I got to say it, bro. So I'm sorry for your loss, Nikki. And I wish I got to hug you, Sandra, one more time before knowing they were going to pass.
Couldn't have said it better myself. To all our haters, die slow. New merch available on BlvdBullies.com. Out of time! Oh, BlvdBullies.BigCartel.com. All our haters die slow. Out of time. Bye-bye! We made it.
Bullies.